Hello,
Now we're
Carla.
live
Great. I
everywhere.
love it when you introduce yourself like mortgage broker. It's fantastic, guys. Yeah, uh, she's she works so hard. She deserves all the credits and all the studies and for herself exactly what she has attained. She has a new office and everything. So we are very proud of
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
her.
you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, officially, I am a mortgage
Woo!
broker because first you need to pass a test, which I
Yeah.
passed, and then I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna announce it, and then I announced it um, in my personal Facebook, and then my brokerage is like, okay, but wait, you cannot do it until FISRA tells you that yes, you are officially transitioned from the mortgage agent to a mortgage broker, and I'm like, okay, I have to wait, and it was a very long 15 days. I swear to God. It sounds like it's like only 15 days, but I was just like every day, like, can I do it? Can I do it now? Can I do it now? But thank you, Lisa. Thank you. And
What?
thank you so much for preparing all these stats for us. I really appreciate it. So tell us what happened on April 2024.
Yes, absolutely. And for those who are watching this for the first time, Carla and I have an amazing dynamic. Every month, we're going to update you. And we have been updating you for the last 2 years already. Every month, how the market, the real estate market is behaving compared. In this case, we're going to compare April 2024 versus April 2023. And just we're going to take it from there. We're going to share also some infographics for those on Instagram who are not able to see those. And we're just going to explain really quickly what we are watching and what can we expect and what happened. So uh, for those who are following the market already, you may have noticed that properties on the market were up in April, right? When compared to last year and also comparing to last month. Many homeowners are actually anticipating an increase in housing demand as we move through all this spring, right? So, and while sales are expecting to pick up, many home buyers are still likely waiting, sitting on the fence for the Bank of Canada to actually begin cutting its policy rate before purchasing a home. I just want to say this in a bracket. If you are waiting for this to happen, also you are risking that the price of homes are going to start increasing. And we're going to elaborate that a little bit further while we're doing this live with you guys. So you can make a decision if it's time for you to jump off that fence, call Carla, and actually get your pre-approval. And why not? You might be ready or not, but you will know you have the information, which is power, to know exactly where you're going and what to do. If you're ready to buy or not, even though the decrease in rates has not been done there for you. I want to tell you one thing, and Carla is gonna tell me that's how actually it happens. When you are pre-approved and you are locked in a rate, you can do it for over what 120 days. And if the rate is going down while you are locked in that rate, and you buy, they have to give you the lower rate. But if the rate increases, they're gonna lock in that lower rate. So you don't lose anything, right, Carla? Can you elaborate a little bit about this so they are not afraid of going, no, I have to wait first that the rates go down. You can
Yeah,
get
so
the lower rate even though you're gonna be pre-approved now, right?
yeah, so there are various strategies that we can do right now. If you're worried that you're gonna be locking yourself into a mortgage that is like like 5 years or something, there is this strategy where you can go with the variable rate. Now, talking about the variable rate, you have to know that you go with where with the rate of the market. So meaning that if it goes up again, then your monthly payment might go up. But if it goes down, then it also adjusts. And the good news about this is that Given the fact that now the United States has announced that finally their um, unemployment has increased, chances are that the Bank of Canada will decide next announcement, which is going to be in June, that they are going to start lowering the rates. And once this happens, guys, to be honest, I have a feeling that many people are going to get very motivated to go and start to shop for their home. So, long story short, if you start to look for your home today and you close, let's say on July, you're you're actually, buying right now and closing your mortgage in July when the rates might be lower. So that's a strategy number one that we can use. Okay, so have a long closing. You can actually do it up to 120 days. Um, Now, this is the strategy number one. And strategy number two is go with the variable. So with the variable rate, you can sort of like track a little bit what's going on with the fixed rates. Remember, fixed rates and variable rates are actually a very different way to to calculate them. So one is more control of the Bank of Canada, which is the variable rate that they decide when they raise the rate and when they lower the rate. And the fixed rates are strictly linked to bonds. And bonds are the ones that follow literally the market. It's like a stock. It goes up and down all the time. And you can see like these crazy ups and downs, especially right now. So that's the strategy right now. So you can go with the variable rate. That's number two. Or number three, if you don't wanna, like, you're just like, I cannot handle knowing that my rate might go up.
Mhm.
Another that some clients are doing is the 6 months convertible. They're paying a higher rate right now with the promise that um, that maybe that fixed rate will go down in the next little bit. So they are not locking themselves. They are just doing a short term. And if they see that is a good opportunity, they can lock in those 6 months to whatever term they want. So that's another strategy. The fourth strategy is to actually go with the fixed rate for 3 years, because a lot of people say that yes, the rates are going to start to come down right now, but it doesn't mean that they are going to go to their lowest at the same time. So it's going to be something gradually going down. So that's another strategy, to do it for 3 years. And there are people that are going actually for 5 years and saying, you know what, we don't know what's going to happen. And you know what, that's the truth. Nobody knows. Nobody has a crystal ball. You can ask the best economists out there, that all they do is just, given the facts that they have at this particular time, this could happen, but it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. So if you are comfortable with your payment at this particular time, and you say, you know what, I am here, I don't want to know about my payment for the next little bit, you can also do the 5-year fixed, which is the absolute lowest rate that you have in the market at this particular time. You are paying premiums when you go with shorter term. So that's the difference. Yes. Sorry, I think I took a little bit longer to explain
No,
this
no, that's
part.
perfect. You're passionate about it, and we love it because this is information our audience needs to know. So they can, jump on the fence, give you a call, so they can research a little bit more with you and get some personalized
Yeah,
assistance, right?
a
With those
hundred
type
percent, a hundred
of
percent.
Well, I see you already put the first slide. I hear you double, Carla. I don't know why you double. Okay,
Mm,
so yeah, I hear even echo. Yeah, but that's okay. It just is
okay.
very weird to hear me double. But anyway, so going forward with that and having that we have the first slide here is that like Carla was saying, with more properties on the market this spring, actually buyers benefited from a lot of choices in the GTA this April 2024. And as a result, there was a little movement in the selling prices compared to last year. Now, looking forward, the expectation is that lower mortgage interest rates will prompt more competition in the months to come, which will result in pricing increase, especially as we move towards the 2025. So if you were sitting on the fence, just make your decision now. And you had a lot. We have already almost a full year in this expectation because the average selling price was up only 0.3% from April 2023 to April 2024 in the entire GTA, and we haven't
Mm,
seen that before. So it's really, really uniform price. But now we're going to review Toronto specifically and the different areas, and you will see the movements in pricing and sale activity is different depending on which pocket we are going to be talking about. However, it's still a very good opportunity now because because buyers really have more options. We had almost no options when the year started, and now it's much better. Um,
100.
okay, so we're gonna see here now. I haven't talked about Toronto yet, Carla. You're moving the slides too fast, so I don't know what happened in Toronto. Can you go one slide back so we can see entire Toronto? You're going forward. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. So
No
in the
problem.
entire in GTA, the increase was only 0.3%, as I mentioned, and specifically in the city of Toronto, the increase in sale price was 2.8%, making an average of $1,152,000 in the average in the entire city of Toronto. Okay, which still based on the market of 21 days, and the number of sales increased almost 6%. So we have the sales again, and we have again that dynamic where the sale prices are increasing a little bit. Now the buyers still have choices. We are still in many pockets. We're in a balanced market, and we're going to review that as well because now as a buyer you have more choices. Like you mentioned, right? We used to be in that you you're the speaker. So let's see now Toronto West. We see pricier right now at Toronto East, and is basically mostly the huge area of Etobicoke, where the average selling price increased around 6%, totaling $1,260,000, with a number of sales increasing from year to year 3.7%. And I
Wow.
want to review what's happening here versus the East End, where we actually have, if you're a first-time home buyer or you have a lower budget, if you show us what's happening in the East, Carla, now the average selling price there we have right now as 1,073,000. So the West End is right now you have to take off your pocket more than $200,000 or $250,000 in average to purchase a property on that end. And on the East End is right now much more affordable. I mean, $200,000 is a big difference.
Yeah, it is.
And
It is a huge difference, actually.
right, right. So now let's review what's happening in the, I don't know what the next slide is, in the
Midtown.
Midtown Toronto, which is right above the downtown where we have a lot of condo buildings. In the Midtown, now we have a lot of residential area, all big homes, a lot of more affluent homes, where the average selling price for this April 2024 was $1,973,000, which made an increase of 6.8% compared to April 2023. So that's interesting. And the number of sales actually remain the same. So you see, we're selling the same, and still, again, we have the dynamic that the price is increasing. So for those who have been sitting on the fence, say no, I will wait until the market crashes. We have gone through anything you name it in our economy in the last 2, 3 years, and I frankly don't believe this is happening anytime soon anyway. So now, yeah, that's down. And right in the meantime, what we are going south, right into Toronto core, and we see there, if you're a first-time home buyer, so you have the most affordable properties, in this case, which is the condo market, for $782,000. And remember, last month, when we compared both March 2023 and March 2024, the average selling price from March 2024 was $702,000. And now, April, it increased over $70,000. So
Wow.
we're not going down anywhere.
No, 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 no. Because remember, guys, the reason why it went down it was because the inflation went up and the interest rates went up with the inflation to try to control it. So now that the inflation is more controlled, interest rates are gonna go down and the prices are gonna start to go up. And imagine if in inflationary period it was at 700 and change and now it's 782, there is no other way but to go up. So meaning that you guys are actually sitting in a gold mine right now because guess what, guys, there are condominiums in the market that have been sitting for a little bit, right, Elisa? Explain a little bit about this part so
I know,
people
yes.
that are
And we can see
looking.
it from this infographic that Carla is very kindly putting this for us. So in this downtown, the average sale price is $782,000. But you know how many properties for sale increased from April? If we compare it to April, 71% of number of properties for sale in 1 year increased from April to April, 70%. We have so many units for sale in one building. You may have five exactly identical units for sale. So the competition is huge because if I am deciding to sell my condo, it just exactly alike the condo next door. I cannot ask more money for it because I need to be really competitive. And if I have a pressure to sell faster, then I for sure need to give some discount on it. But again, it depends on what community and what pocket in the city you want to sell your condo. But yeah, for sellers, it's a tough enough. It really is. And for buyers, it's phenomenal because you really have a negotiating power right here. In some buildings, condos have been sitting all the way up to 90 days, something that has been unheard of before. That means 3 months in the market and it's still sitting there, right? So, and also it
Wow.
depends how right they are priced, but we're in this predicament right now. Yeah. So
Thank you
if you're a
so much
buyer,
for that.
just go out there and know that your
First
rules,
time investors,
your rules
first time home buyers,
your rules.
calling, calling, calling.
Yes, yes, you have the power for negotiating your price, the closing date. You can put your conditions in. A lot of stress it's out when you decide to do this, and I believe it's still gonna be in the, probably till the end of the year because the inventory we have to sell is huge.
Yeah. Okay, and now we are in the beaches.
Yeah,
Your favorite one.
and we yes, and we always like to show, so you understand that you need to give us a call so you can have receive personalized service information because every pocket in the city behaves differently. Now, this area called the beach is located in Toronto, it's in the south by the lake, and we've already reviewed that in generally speaking in Toronto East, the sales price for April 2024 was $1,082,000. However, in this small pocket by the beach, the average selling price is $1,400,000. However, if we compare this number versus April 2023, it decreased 10%. That's a
Wow.
substantial number, 10%, in spite of having more properties for sale. So if
40,
you were looking,
43%
so
more new.
and tell me, Carla, when you were looking for properties before the inflation, right? And you were sitting on your thought for a year, you were not able to afford it anymore because the prices were
Exactly.
going crazy high month after month. And now they remain stable. And now we go now to the Durham region, which is a really nice area for those who are first-time home buyers who would like to buy a larger property and buy a property that is under $1 million, where you don't have to really mandatory put 20% down payment. So this can help you a lot because in the Durham region now, in April 2024, we had an average selling price of $943,000, which remained pretty stable all year because it was a decrease of 1.3% from April 2023. So this is an excellent region. If you are not familiar with pockets like Pickering, with the Ajax, probably the outskirts of Oshawa, going towards north of Oshawa, go there, drive there, take your family, and check out the residential areas. And consider if you would like to move there. There are excellent commutes, public transportation that you can get from in this region towards downtown Toronto if you work in that area, but you still would like to purchase a larger home instead of a small condo in downtown Toronto. So this is a really good option. Yeah,
Perfect. Perfect.
yeah, and that's it for our for all the information they're providing today. And
Thank
I
you
wanted
so much, Elisa. I truly appreciate all the information. And yes, please. Sorry, I cut you off there.
no. I'm just putting it back because I hear you double. That's why I removed it when I was speaking. I
I'm
don't know
like,
why.
what's going on here?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is happening. I don't know why it's happening to us today. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, but that's it for
I'm
today.
gonna check.
And I don't know if you would like to just review specifically the condo market next week. If I
I
don't know if
think
it's something you're
so. I
interested
think
in.
if you can let us know what's going on with the condos. If you can also spread a little bit
We're going to give Mrs. Saga.
yeah, Mississauga, if you have Mississauga, Oakville, Brampton, or something along those lines,
We'll
just so
probably can
so
do.
they see how different it is from one area to another type of
Yeah,
idea. That
outside
would
of
be
Mississauga, going to other cities it's difficult because Mississauga is really downtown is growing into many new condo buildings. However,
okay.
Oakville and Burlington is really there's not much condo growth right now. It's still pretty much residential freehold homes. So that's
You
why I
are the boss.
yeah.
You're the boss of real estate. So we trust you, and we know that you're gonna show us the best. So I agree. Let's keep it nice and simple to Toronto and Mississauga, where there is opportunities at this particular time.
And guys, if you're watching this right now, just shoot us a question. Is there any or area that you would like us to consider and make an evaluation for you in our next live? Please do not hesitate to send us a message at DM and we will be happy to review that option as well for you.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Elisa. I truly
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
And let's connect next week with all those opportunities in the condo market in Toronto. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
And
so
for
much,
those
Carla.
who are actually joining us, don't worry. This live is gonna end soon, but you can always see it in the next couple of minutes. So, and follow us in Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or
Subscribe
YouTube.
on YouTube in our YouTube
Yes,
channel and share all
subscribe,
the information.
and you're gonna see all the information. Thank you so much, guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next week, Elisa. Thank you so much.